Today is about -18, which by Siberian standards, where I am here in Siberia, that's not that cold at all, obviously. Luckily, there's no wind, which is great, because it's the wind that's the killer. It gets straight to your bones. You might think that in Siberia it's just absolutely bitterly freezing all winter, but actually that's not the case at all. You have cold snaps and then less cold snaps. One thing about winter that I like is just how quiet it is everywhere. If I stop talking for a minute, hear the silence. Here's the little ice town that's set up every New Year. In fact, there's 5 of them across the city. Как? Нормально?
Да!
Весело, что ли? No matter where you are, anywhere in Siberia, you'll never be far from a forest. Quite a nice view. I guess a lot of people might think that Siberia is a completely flat place, but that's not necessarily the case. You've been walking around, you're sweating, and then when the sweat dries, you can get cold and start to hyperventilate quite easily, actually, so you've got to be careful. So stop, have a rest for a few minutes, and then carry on again. No matter how cold it is outside, if you're well wrapped up, then I'm not going to say you don't feel it, but it doesn't really bother you that much. But sometimes you can overdo it. Today I thought I'm going to be outside for a couple of hours, so I'll wrap up warm, but really the past hour I've just been sweating like a pig. You see, so you can even do motorcycling or motocross or speedway or whatever you want, even in the winter time as well, which might surprise you. During the USSR there was a sport called Motorball, and it's basically motorcycling and football in one. One of the coolest things about winter time in Siberia is the amount of different activities and sports and pastimes you can do. Most towns and cities all over Russia do seem to have some kind of a slope for skiing and snowboarding. Sure, I mean, you know, it's not the Alps, but what do you expect in the confines of a city? That's one of the reasons I like living here, because, you know, an active person like me can do all sorts of winter pursuits. As in any cold climate, cross-country skiing is particularly popular any time of day or night time. It's a fun place to come for all the family, and if you've got your own equipment, it won't cost you a penny. If you need to rent, you can get everything you need for 150 rubles. So this is a pretty common thing all over the country. Little ice skating rink inside a housing estate. Most housing estates will have one. So if you're from a warm climate, you probably haven't done this before. Ice skating outside in a stadium, and it's great because here, or all over Russia really, virtually all the stadiums are multi-purpose, which means they get used for athletics and football in the summer, and then in the winter they get turned into giant ice rinks.